Hey, and happy New Year, everybody. It is 2025, and here we are with a whole fresh new look. We got a new intro, we got some new logos going on, but there's just some things that I'll just never change. And some of those things are my friend SpinDr Mike. Mike, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you, Justin. Good to see
Yeah,
you.
you too, man. You know, a lot of people in our audience probably already know this because, we sneak it into the conversation as much as possible, but we used to be entertainers, like, and we were constantly working New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve for us meant double hours and double pay normally.
Oh,
Now that we don't do that anymore, what is New Year's Eve like for you? What are you doing on New Year's Eve these days?
actually, we had a house party. We uh we we made it. My wife wanted to make it a toga party. So we had a toga party, and the other theme was it was an ABC party. So anything but a cup. So you couldn't drink out of an ordinary drinking vessel. It had to be
Okay.
something else that was unique. The one I chose was I was drinking out of a French onion soup bowl because it's got that nice handle that you could sort of hold on to. So that's what I was using.
Oh
Uh,
man.
and
What was
then
your favorite drinking apparatus?
remember Mike Cameron. Mike
Yeah.
Cameron was over. He had this gothic, epic looking potion bottle that looked like something out of Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh wow.
Like it was really, really cool. And he was drinking screwdrivers out of it. It was really,
Amazing.
really slick. So no, it was a lot of fun. And then we played some games. Like we saw on social media, there's lots of games you can do just using like cups and other small little props around your house. So we
Okay.
did it like because we were in togas, we did like a little Olympics. So we had like six games that we competed for, and we had a prize for the person who got the most points. It was actually a lot of fun. We had a great time. So
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I mean, hearing your New Year's Eve story makes mine really dull. But then again, mine's
what did
dull
you
for a
do?
regular weekday. So I have adopted the philosophy of in bed before midnight. And a
Okay.
lot of people are like, "That sounds sad," and I'm just like, "Nope, sounds like perfection to me." Um, so yeah, I'll try to get the house to myself if I can. I'll have a buddy come over. We'll just hang out for a little bit, maybe watch a movie or whatever, and then hit the sack, and then wake up fresh tomorrow when everyone else is hungover. So that's my victory lap.
There you
Um,
go.
but yeah, like I said, we spent so many years like just writing off New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Getting home at
so
four or
it's
five
really
o'clock in
nice.
the morning, and then that's when you start your party.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't miss them.
Um,
I don't miss those days.
no, no. But anyways, here we are, 2025, and we're still going strong. Skeptic Spin. We're over 500 subscribers now, which for us is a pretty big deal.
Thank you
Um,
to everybody. Thank you.
yeah, thank you. So, I decided we need to have the first show of the year needs to be extra special. It needs to be supersized, if you will. So I didn't just get one guest or two guests or three guests. I got four guests.
Oh my
Uh,
god!
yeah. So a channel favorite of ours is the Stacey's Mom podcast. So both Stacie and Dee are here with us, who you've
Excellent.
met before.
Yep.
And in tow, they've brought along the Apostate Sisters. So um, fascinating people. I've been watching a couple of their episodes, and I mean, they're the four of them together. Mike, you've complimented my hosting skills in the past and how to keep the show moving forward and everything on track. No, this thing's about to go off the rails. I already know it. In fact, the ladies have come armed with some vino, so I brought some too, just for protection.
Okay.
But in case you weren't familiar with who they are, I got a little clip for everyone to see.
Cheers.
Do
Mhm.
either of you do any like yarn art things? Because I was kind of craving a good old fashioned stitching bitch, you know?
Oh, I gotta bring this out then. There's another one.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
$1.50 at the local porn shop, and it's gotten me so much entertainment in a little black book.
Hold on, wait.
That's the type of person he was. I'm sorry,
Ew,
Pat. I had to say it.
See, Stacey, it's so funny. You had this like Christian girl, I'm pure reaction that I still do too. Where I'm like, oh my goodness.
You know, you deconstruct the whole God belief, but not everyone deconstructs like past that. You know, like I deconstructed so many of my beliefs. I deconstructed like my political beliefs. I just deconstructed my like even like my pro-life
orientation
beliefs.
and-
Yeah,
Yep.
my
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
And it's party time, ladies.
Yeah.
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 Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
Those are great clips you got.
We agree.
Yep.
All right, so here
Oh
they
my
are,
God.
the Apostate Sisters and Stacey's Mom podcast. What did you think of my preview?
At first I thought there was a glitch.
There is when we're together.
Well,
And I was like, oh my god.
Constant glitch when we're together. Yes.
I think
well, I mean, I was like, I got to put together a preview clip to properly introduce Spin Dr. Mike to you all, and I was like, got to go to the last time the four of them were together on the Stacey's Mom podcast. As I was looking through it for like, you know, the sweet moments or the intelligent parts, you know, like Stacey's little 20-second moment there where she talks about, you know, her deconversion and stuff. I noticed
20 seconds where she was intelligent.
I noticed
Excuse
that
me.
you all say yeah, like a lot.
Yeah.
We're just
So-
very affirming around here. That's
Thank
all that's
you.
happening.
Yeah.
Might
Yeah.
be a woman
Yeah.
thing. We were all accustomed to just saying yeah. Oh, that's
You
so
notice
funny,
I
Justin.
don't say A.
My favorite clip was when it went around the world in one clip. It went Stacie, then Dee, and then Nancy. I don't think Patti did though, but it was like Stacie goes, yeah, Dee, yeah, Nancy, yeah. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
So great.
Oh my God. Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Anyways, thank you so much for joining us here on Skeptic Spin.
Yeah,
And
you're welcome.
all of you, everyone in the chat, happy 2025. And here we go.
Chin chin.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
Well, fantastic
I'm
news.
just gonna turn mine into wine in my mouth right here.
Jesus.
Are you
Oh
doing
my
dry
God.
January?
Mm.
No, I just kind of live a dry life.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
I mean, it's
Uh-oh.
smoke filled.
I don't know what
but
that's
it's
like.
dry.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Another substance. Yeah.
Apostate Sisters, how's it going? What have you guys been up to over there on the Apostate Sisters channel? You guys normally do video content, first of all, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've been doing a little bit of everything. Yeah, we
Okay.
do recorded videos, both just a podcast that's usually Nancy and I, interview series with people from our cult, also other atheist creators, the occasional author, and then we just started doing a live show. So we're about 3 in. We've been doing a live reaction to our cult's television show, The World Tomorrow.
And you mean like
Thing
former
that-
cult? Like
Former
you're not
cult.
active. Yeah,
We're
you're
We're
not
not
actively
active cult
culting.
members anymore.
Right.
This is true.
Oh, okay.
And even that cult doesn't exist. So,
Yeah, so I was just watching Mike's face go. What? Yeah,
Oh.
no. Yeah. So, I mean, that sounds like a scary topic to even talk about it, and I'm afraid to broach the topic. So, but you both seem so pretty chill about it, and like,
Yeah.
You were gonna say normal.
Well, I think
yeah,
yeah, like,
I don't like to say people
Yeah.
are normal or
Yeah.
whatever, but
it's years of getting to this point too, Justin. I mean, Patti and I started this channel simply because we started talking to each other on the phone, and every time we would chat, we would talk about this topic. We just kept going back to it. And Patti made the suggestion, why don't we just record it? Somebody might get something out of it, because we realized just how much shit we had going on in our minds. And so I know every atheist is sort of in their own sphere, so to speak. They focus on one particular thing mostly. For us, it's mostly the healing aspect. We want to help people that are maybe coming out of cults or deconstructing what they're going through, and be able to talk out some of their traumas. And so that's kind of what we've been focusing on. But it is years in the making.
I mean, it's fascinating. It's fascinating content for sure, because
Oh, thank
you know,
you.
a lot of us deconvert or come out of some sort of religion. Some sort of religion, but a cult sounds so extreme and like really next level. It's as opposed to where like a regular deconversion is kind of like, you know what, I don't really buy that anymore, so I'm gonna go check this out over here.
Mhm.
But I think about the situation you guys were in, I feel like it's Prison Break. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
full on digging tunnels and like checking behind you all the time.
Well, kind of, but we had the interesting experience of our cult actually leaving us first.
Oh.
Because it was when we were teenagers that the doctrine of the cult, which did kind of get a pass, it kind of just looked like a church, you know. They changed their doctrine entirely because the leader had died a few years previous, and so the whole thing kind of started collapsing under our feet. So it sort of left a lot of the Worldwide Church of God folks, you know, kind of treading water out there. And it seems like a lot of them found either the offshoots, of which there are many, or a lot of them also made their way to some sort of evangelicalism because the stuff kind of sounded right, except it was nicer, you know?
Right.
So yeah, so we have found ourselves in both ponds, I guess, reaching out to the Worldwide Church of God folks and helping people who have been out for 15, 20 years, and they're still like, why are we struggling with this shit, you know? And that stuff just keeps coming up. And so that's the kind of stuff we're going back to and digging up, like what it did to us, how it twisted our brains and the way we think about ourselves and the world. You know?
In little ways you didn't even realize. And by us talking about it, Pats, I honestly just feel like I'm talking to my sister. I don't feel like I'm necessarily talking to an audience. We're just having a conversation and we're working through this shit together. And then we have other people that are just kind of along for the ride, and we appreciate that. And if it's helping other people, then awesome. We had no idea the impact we would have so far.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us over here. And Stacie and Dee, always a pleasure to have you guys over here. So thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
If you guys want to get more of the Apostate Sisters story, just go check out their channel, the Apostate Sisters. And I would also recommend the Stacey's Mom podcast as well, because they've invaded their platform a few times.
Yeah.
Right?
If anyone is,
We want to make it a
we've
monthly
invaded.
thing.
You've invaded us. But if anyone is interested in the history of the Worldwide Church of God that we were raised in, we do have a 6-part series on the background of Herbert W. Armstrong, its founder.
Yeah.
So it's not a church anymore, and yet it's disbanded, but it exists in many different offshoots. And so people can read up on it. They can watch that and they can get involved if they want.
And I
All right,
tell
well-
you, the people who believe that stuff believe it. They are very serious
All in.
about maintaining
Yeah.
all of that information out there.
Well, my audience knows as well as Stacie and Dee know that over here, what I like to do is to set up some YouTube shorts that we call triple take for you guys to debunk. But before we get into that,
So
I'm going to need to do like a refresh. By the way, I don't drink, guys. I don't do alcohol.
Nailed
You
it.
were
So,
busted in the comments.
I'm just a poser.
The private con. Yes.
Actually, I'm surprised.
I called him out in the private chat.
Yes,
Oh.
you did.
You are.
I'm
Dee, I
surprised
think
Mike
you
didn't
and I,
call me
isn't
on
it?
it because he's known me
And
for like
Stacie.
20 years.
And Stacie.
I was like, he's not drinking wine. That's all I
I'm
was
like-
thinking. I go,
Those are way too big of gulps.
Well-
Nobody goes chug, chug,
and,
chug.
and it looks
Well,
like I
no,
thought, is
I'm
he
just-
drinking a Pinot Noir? Has he mixed something?
No, I was
I
purposely
didn't-
trying to empty the glass so I can like pull off the prank before we go
No.
to the shorts.
You take little sips of wine. You don't go
Yeah,
chug,
like
chug, chug, like
Yeah.
you're trying to quench your thirst.
You really got to up your faking game here.
yeah, really. Oh
I-
boy.
It's all
I
good.
thought it
We
would have
still
been
love
more
you.
at Tim Hortons in your wine glass.
Yeah.
instead of-
Yeah.
Normally it would have
Oh
been.
my god.
I
that
guess I
was
could have
awesome.
faked like an espresso martini better, maybe with a little.
Ah,
Ooh, that
Good.
sounds good. Okay, I heard Trader Joe's has a great espresso martini at Christmas time. I gotta wait till next year now. All right.
Okay.
So here is my tableau that I create. That I create. And so I've got some AI generated images that I've put on to sort of kind of roughly represent the short that I've queued up behind it. You'll notice that normally we do what we call triple take. So there's normally just 3, but today I've expanded to 5 because, hey, first show of the year, and we're going to make a big one out of it and a bigger deal out of this. Yeah. I already forgot what the first one was. Oh, right. Okay.
Your Amazon order was late.
There
is
you
no
go.
God.
No. So actually, the image, because you can't really see the whole thing, it's someone at work just crying.
Okay.
With
So-
boxes, though. There's boxes.
Well, it's
Well-
Amazon. I'm guessing. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Well,
No, I'm
it's-
kidding.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with Amazon. It's actually a little bit stranger than that. So why don't we have a look at it and see what?
Yeah,
you
let's
think.
just do that.
Okay, here we go.
Whoever fought for women to get jobs. Why? Why did we do that? I am so tired.
Oh my God.
I want to just put my feet up. Like I am. Oh my God.
Oh no! What is this?
Was that satire?
So I'm not sure. She looks like she's actually crying, but
She
it's-
does. But
it's all part of that anti-feminist argument that women have fought for too many freedoms and the right to work, and she's like, why did we
Why
do
did
this?
people fight for women to get jobs?
Yeah. So do all of you work, and do you wish you didn't have to? I mean, we all wish we didn't have to work. but
I wish they didn't have to. Let's be real. Unless, well, no, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that.
yeah, I mean,
I shouldn't say that because
there's a difference
my
between having the right
ex-husband-
to work and then the will to like actually want to work. too.
Yeah, because my ex-husband, when he retired, lost his mind and his will to live, and he found a way to go back to work after 65, and he's 72 now, and he calls me every couple of weeks, and he's like, on my way to my job, and he's like flying high in joy. So yeah, some people love to work.
Yeah.
But we at least like the option of whether to work. Yeah. We want the option to be able to.
Yeah.
I think we like purpose. That's what I think we like.
yes.
Yeah.
You nailed
Whether it's a
it.
paid position or not, I think if we don't feel like I'm contributing to something.
I love doing things for people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I
right?
don't
Like,
love is being expected to do it.
Yes. Obligation sucks.
Mhm.
Careful with that word
Agreed.
purpose,
Agreed.
right? Christians will be
Yeah.
all over that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as we're creating that purpose. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
I think
God.
you nailed it, Patty. Having
did.
the purpose. Yeah.
Purpose is
I-
different than expectation.
Yeah. An obligation. I
Yeah.
love contributing to things. I love feeling like, here, I'm doing this, but it's out of because I want to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
a good way of looking at it, Stace,
Mhm.
because it's more of like a contribution. People
Mhm.
shouldn't look at work as necessarily like discuss.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta work. No,
Yeah.
everyone has to contribute something. If you're flying a plane, someone has to work to keep that plane operating. That's work.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
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 But like in the chat, sorry, I just saw Dr. Tapioca
Tapioca
Weasel. Do you wish you weren't allowed to though?
No.
I do not.
No.
That is not it.
Absolutely not. No.
No.
So that answers
I
that
would
right
I
there.
would not want that to be like, no,
Right.
you're not allowed to work. So no.
Script of
No.
choice. Yeah.
I don't like being told I'm not allowed to do anything.
Yeah,
Same.
kind of
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
Yeah.
So that answers that right there. As soon as
I've
you tell me I'm
always
not allowed to, I want to do it.
I've always enjoyed the old adage, if you like your job, you don't work a day in your life.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've had that job for years, like working with Mike. You know, I mean, we had some tough times, Mike. Like we had some years where this, shows were slow and the travel was tough and stuff. But I didn't regret much of that at all. And even now, like, I mean, I'm in video games for a living, so it couldn't be any better than
Oh,
me
wow.
right now.
Oh my
Awesome.
gosh, that's fun.
What about you, Mike? What's your work life these days? You happy? You good? You
I'm a little sad right now. COVID was rough on me. I jumped aboard a startup that just couldn't get any traction. So they're running out of budget. So they're the parent company that owns the project likes me and is trying to find a way to find a position for me. But the next few months I could be looking for a new job, which is tough at my age, having to reinvent myself again.
Tell me about it.
But I feel confident I'll land on my feet. But it just, I hate starting over.
Yeah.
At this stage, I've worked so hard and so long. I want to be the guy with the cushy corner job that nobody bugs anymore.
Yeah.
So But
I got good news, Mike. These 4 ladies are going to help us go viral this year, so you won't ever have to live.
Excellent.
No pressure.
Let's help
No
each
pressure.
other go
If this is my
viral.
new
That
gig,
sounds good.
hey, I can.
No pressure. Yeah.
But no, it's but yeah, everybody needs a sense of purpose. Like I've got adult children with disabilities, and we've been really struggling to find my one son a position anywhere so we can have a sense of purpose. So and COVID was part of the reason that sort of happened. You know, like things sort of shut up, but then when the world reopened, the influx of new Canadians, especially to our area, really downsized the entry level jobs that are available, especially for a gentleman like himself. So it's been really been a struggle the last couple of years just to give him a sense of purpose. So.
Right.
But so that's what's most important.
Well, I can relate to you, Mike, because my life went into a tailspin at age 56, and it's still kind of that way. So yeah, I get it. Yep.
All right.
It's
well,
tough.
Friends, that was the first one.
All right.
That's the assignment. Okay, that was a little bit of a softball.
Yep.
This next one is triggering pretty hard now, though. So,
Pirates going to the doctor getting bad news.
Not quite.
Okay.
But you know, you're kind of close.
There's a couple wenches in there, Stace. So.
Oh. What does she mean?
Well, let's have a look, shall we?
Rob Schneider educated this woke student with simple logic.
I'd also want to bring up the issue of trans in schools. I do think children should be allowed to have the knowledge if they want to transition.
If I have a boy and he thinks he's a pirate, do I have the right to cut off his knee and take an eye out and give him an iPad?
I think once it gets to that certain point.
Like what's the point where I can cut off my son's knee because he thinks he's a pirate?
I think that's really between the parent and the child.
Well, I don't think a parent should be allowed to do that.
You should have the option to go be educated and then still make the choice that you want to make.
If you are under 25 years old, they don't even let you rent a car in this state. What does Avis, Enterprise, and Hertz know that the medical establishment seems so blissfully ignorant about? You are not a good decision maker at 14.
Well, there's a demonstration of
my
ignorance.
God.
Okay. How long is this show? I have to be done in an hour. And I'm getting mad.
Would it help if I just removed everyone from the stage and just let you go?
I'm really mad.
Stay tuned tomorrow for the all D runoff
Rant fest.
Stacie and I were just talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, it falls right into that category of the misinformation
It does.
that a
It
certain
absolutely
future
does.
U.S.
That's
president was going around and
That's
talking
not
about.
okay. First, okay, I want to talk first because I'm
Go
the
ahead,
oldest.
Dee. Yep.
I
Okay.
think I'm the oldest. I'm old. Okay, so first of all, that's what those transphobic morons think that they're talking about. They think when a little boy says to his mom or dad, I feel like a girl, they think the little boy's saying, chop it off. No, that's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying. And that's not what they're asking. They just want to explore. They just say, okay, all right, that's fine. Maybe they just want to change the color they wear for a little while. Maybe they just want, okay, let me go.
Oh, sorry.
You let it out, Dee.
Maybe they just want a fucking easy bake oven for Christmas instead of a fucking truck. They're not going. Why are you going from point A all the way to Z without
We're Canadian. Not C.
Seriously, your pornographic mind goes all the way for a little child because this child doesn't even know that that's what that means. So slow your roll, moron.
But also in that video, he's saying that the parents are going in and saying we need to do this. Which is not the case.
No, that's not even the case. So like I said to my daughter yesterday, Because my mom growing up was known as, quote unquote, in the 50s,
Yes, they
a
did.
tomboy, like literally a tomboy. And my mother still to this very day has zero empathy for women. Zero.
Oh.
She literally cannot relate to women. She has no feminine side to her. She always, in the case of divorce, always sides with the man, even if the man is flat out abusive and not nice. And that's all I'm going to say is not nice. Every single time my mom sides with the man. My mom is misogynistic. She just flat out is. And I believe that if my mom was growing up as a young woman today, would come out. I do. I just flat out do. I just do. And I'm not even sorry. I won't take that back. But my mom grew up in the wrong era. She just did. And then she became a Christian when she was considering unaliving herself at one point. Someone got a hold of her and said, you need Jesus. And so my whole life from the age of 7 was brought up because my mom couldn't be herself. I'm going to stop now, but I know that went off on a whole other bunny trail, but that's because she was stifled.
But
and
Dee,
I
you're
get
speaking to how important it is. It's a lifelong thing, and it
is.
affects other people.
It messes up generations because people are stifled.
Yep.
Okay, I'll stop. It's other people's turn.
Mark Reed points out another little part of that clip, and kind of maybe even the meta part of that clip here, is that it's not necessarily just about the misinformation he's seeding out there. Is he's trying to create a moral panic and outrage, right? Because they're not actually worried about kids. He's not pointing out a real danger to children.
No.
He just wants people to react irrationally. It's the same thing when we heard about you guys hear about the kitty litter in the elementary school?
Yes.
If someone was going on. Even my own family at a family dinner at one point, where did you hear about that kitty litter in the elementary school?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, if this was a real thing, there would be pictures all over the internet about it. Every news channel would be covering it. The fact that you're just sitting here going, did you hear about it?
Do I
just
have to
speaks
Google
volumes to how much nonsense it is. You never heard about that one?
No.
The U.S. senator in the speech in the House talking about a school reporting that they had to put kitty litters in the washroom because kids identified as cats.
Oh my God.
As a mom of 2 kids who are furries, no one's doing that. No one's doing that.
Love it.
I did not know, though, that Rob Schneider was that guy. I didn't know he was out here saying crap like that.
I have not even seen that.
I always picture Meathead from All in the Family. I know that's not him, but that's who comes to my brain because I'm old.
Do we call that a false equivalency or like a straw man to try to equate this idea of like being a pirate with this like sustained internal experience that we know people have?
Yeah, it's a straw man because he's claiming that kids are having like irreversible or damaging surgeries at a young age, when all they're doing is like in a well-structured environment. They're going through some therapies. They're probably taking some medication, but there's no one making any decisions for these kids. The idea is for them to help them adapt to who they are until they're old enough to make decisions for themselves, and to not discourage those feelings about who they are either, right? Like, you don't want to tell them they're wrong and be all like, no, you're a boy, now act like a boy. You don't want to do that. You want to let them figure it out, explore it, and let them make sure that they know that it's okay, right?
I remember when Stacie went through a phase, she wanted to be called Anastasia. That lasted for a day. Let kids do what they want to do. Let them just try it out. Let them just, kids are kids. I mean, they want to be astronauts one day. And I mean, whatever, let them, if they want to be she, they want to be he, they want to be they, let them do it. It's not your fucking business.
Yeah. They have incredible imagination. And
they do.
Yeah.
They want to walk around with fairy wings. They want to walk around. They want to walk around with a pirate patch on their eye. Look at these guys standing in line. Do what they want to
My brother and I used to play like pretend we were dogs all the time when we were younger and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What about your kids, Mike? Did they ever like just pretend to be animals around the house for fun and stuff? Or
well, of course they thought they were Power Rangers for a while. My kids were of that age when Power Rangers were a big thing.
Yeah.
And every year for Christmas, we would buy them the morpher of the season, because every season it changed, right? It was great marketing. So every year we would buy this brand new toy, and that was the toy that, or the part of their outfit or their costume that when they hit it, they would morph from their human form into the Power Ranger form. And so there we are, Christmas Day. It's later in the afternoon, and my son comes up to me and he goes, "Dad, I broke my morpher. I'm sorry, it doesn't work." I go, "What do you mean it doesn't work? You just got it. Like, how does it doubt? Like, what's not working?" He goes, "Well, when I hit the button, I don't turn into the Red Ranger."
Oh, baby.
Oh man, you should have got the official one.
Yeah, I guess so. I
Not the one from the cereal box.
Yeah, I got the knockoff one from the corner. I should pay the extra $10.
The Temu morphers are not going to work.
So yeah, so no, there's my story.
No, it's a great story. It's a great story.
There's my story.
Yeah, no, it lightened the mood enough, just enough for me to piss these women off again with our next short. So here comes the next one.
I'm sorry.
No. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Yeah.
You can anger out a good beef.
What do you guys think this image is holding behind it? Stacie loves that guessing game.
It's fun, but I'll let someone else guess because I guessed the last one.
I mean, something about women becoming wives, right?
Or wanting jewelry.
Wait,
I mean,
I have a guess.
Okay,
she's a gold digger.
Oh,
that's pretty good, Stacie.
All women are gold diggers.
But Nancy was right.
Oh.
One day I won't have to wear my purity ring because I'll have an engagement ring or a wedding ring on this finger. So there is a reward for being abstinent.
Not a very long one, but I didn't think it needed to be long. I'll just get out of the way.
Message received.
I had one.
Yeah,
I had a purity ring.
Stacie, you should have known.
I should have known. You had one, Patti?
Yep.
Who gave it to you?
An imaginary one.
Oh, I got it for myself.
I would have got one for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I'm glad my dad didn't get it for me, but yeah, I don't know. I was trying to be good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Patti and I are like two peas.
I know we've had this conversation on every broadcast we've all been together on. Nancy and I were the rebels.
We are.
You got us set up right here, Justin.
Yeah. No, this is total setup. This preemptive, predetermined. This was. I knew I was gonna do a purity one. I found a short one. I went. That's all I need. That's all I need to set them off.
Mission accomplished, Justin. Yeah, Dee and I were
cancer.
anything but purity culture, but
yeah,
somehow Patti and Stacie fell into it. Right.
Yeah,
like
for a little while.
The four. That's right. The four of us are just like. I think that's why we get along.
We bonded.
So amazing. We bonded. Yeah. Like we all just have so many similarities. But Nancy and my mom.
Yeah.
Right, which are my point? Nancy and my mom.
Yeah.
You guys are like, we get each other. And then me and Patti were like, we get each other.
Yeah.
I find it interesting.
Long lost sisters too.
Something interesting that Patti mentioned was Patti wanted a purity ring. Because normally there's like, okay, so Stacie and Patti wanted purity rings, but normally there's like it's a whole ceremony. It's almost it's an event. It's a thing that happens in a young girl's life. Is that Christianity, or is that like really hardcore Christianity that does that?
Yeah, fundamentalist.
And what made you two want one? Was it like your friends were doing the whole ceremony, getting the dresses and doing the dance with your dad, and you were like, I want to be part of that? Or what was it?
I was just convinced. Like, I believe it happened after the cult had fallen away and I had gotten myself enmeshed into Oh yeah, there you go.
Ah!
I'd gotten myself enmeshed into an evangelical church, and I think I had the same thought that this woman in the video did of like, I'm gonna withhold myself now and be good, and that means I'm gonna have like all those good things come my way someday. Because someone will just see what a good girl I am and want to marry me and sweep me off my feet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's
What about you,
it was
Stacie?
fairy tale stuff, right?
yeah, it's like it's a promise, and it's like I'm committing myself to Jesus. And then once my husband comes, then I'm committing myself to my husband. But I wanted to show it as like a sign that I was keeping myself pure, just as like when you have a wedding ring, it's a sign that you're committed to your husband. So it was just a sign of commitment. And
did you know about this, Dee, or did you have a reaction to this? Or I
no,
know what your opinion is now, but I'm just curious, like, what was your opinion back then?
I down deep wanted her to have fun, but I knew she was committed to Jesus.
Since when do you try to be so political?
I don't want to. Okay, but I basically, I don't know how open she wants me to be, but I gave her
don't expose anything. But
I gave her permission to go have fun.
Right? Yeah, we've heard that before.
You need to just go enjoy yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. But she was committed to remaining pure until after marriage, so I supported that. I supported it. I supported it somewhat reluctantly, but I knew it was important to her. And don't forget, even though I didn't believe in God, I still had the fear of hell. So I walked this fine line of don't mislead her, because then if I felt like I also had the double guilt
it wasn't it wasn't fully like, yeah, go do what you want.
Because I didn't want her to, I thought if I cause her to do something that takes her to hell, oh my God, then it was so weird. It was just weird. But I did encourage her to enjoy herself as much as she could.
Within parameters.
Did you know anybody who like had purity rings, Nancy, and like went through all the ceremonies and things?
I did not personally. I was not in evangelicalism for very long. And in fact, when the Worldwide Church of God split apart, I was about 17 years old. My parents moved away and I was left on my own. And I was actually the rebellious one back then. And I was just left to my own devices to say, I'm so sick of this shit, people telling me what to do and what to believe, that I just went out on my own and I did whatever I wanted. And I call it my dark years. From like 17 to late 20s, I just did what I wanted. Had its ups and downs, but the fact that I finally had a chance to do what I wanted, not be controlled, it was an amazing feeling. So purity culture somehow did not grasp me. And I don't know, I think it's because my sister was far more indoctrinated than I was, and she was seeking approval. And I think that's really what it comes down to. It was seeking the approval. When I went off and I joined the military to find my approval there, and I was in the Army for 10 years. Patti, I think, was still seeking that approval, so she fell into an evangelical church for maybe that approval.
College ministries did it. That snared me right in.
Yeah.
It's weird. I moved out on my own at 17.
Deep.
So weird. Yeah.
Okay, but is this
So did I.
Who's the eldest of you two?
Me.
Patti.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yep.
I didn't know, because I'm the eldest, and so I was like,
I'm the eldest too, though.
I gotta be so And my brother was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah,
it's got
she's already
birth order thing.
His thing. Well, I was the eldest though, but her brother was just like, I'll never be perfect like her, so I'm just going off the rails.
Oh,
yeah.
The whole perfection, the illusion of perfection.
Yeah,
the illusion.
Yeah, the illusion.
I was
doesn't
like, I'm not
exist.
perfect. I was so hard on myself. So
Patti was trying her entire life to be the good, obedient child, while I was just, I just broke down. I just didn't say anything, and until I broke free. That's all.
Yeah.
I just didn't. Like, just get me out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, evangelical got a temporary hold on me. Somehow they have a radar and they know when people are vulnerable, and they will scoop you up along with MLMs and like, see, you belong here.
Oh my God, SR.
Thank you.
Yay!
Hi, SR.
I have to say, can I just say, I met SR 3 months ago. in
Oh,
Nashville. He's amazing.
In person.
In person, yeah.
Yeah.
you're darling, SR. I'm a huge fan, and I can't
I
wait
love
to
him.
We
meet
had the
you,
best
darling.
time. We hung out. I was just like, oh, I couldn't stop hugging him. I was so happy. So,
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah, Secular Rarity's pretty chill
He
and
is
pretty cool.
the
I got to meet him
Yeah.
last December in January.
Hey, Robin.
Robin,
Nashville.
every amazing person is here. Oh, I appreciate it. AJ, SR, PC.
All right. Well, we've trampled all over purity culture.
Yeah, all the way off.
Did you ever see anything like purity culture in your life there, Mike?
Maybe in a movie. That was the only place.
That's the only place it doesn't belong. It doesn't belong.
I mean, you were
I
in
don't know.
you were in high school in the 80s, so
I know.
like,
I was a horny Catholic boy in the 80s that wanted to live in an
Catholic
80s
schools
movie.
were not about purity.
So-
I know that. Mark.
Catholics,
Exactly.
they were the kids I
So-
wasn't allowed to hang around with. You guys were worse than
Oh my goodness.
worse than us. You were having fun.
You're
I
welcome.
went to a French Catholic
You're
school.
welcome.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, French Catholic school, even worse.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, maybe if you're a parent. I went to the French Catholic school. It was the best. It wasn't the worst. It was the best.
No.
The curtains on the stage, they were there for hiding, not for closing. They were there for hiding. That's all I gotta say. All right, next one, fourth one. So I've expanded to
right.
5 videos. I feel like this one kind of spells it out a little bit too hard. What do you guys think this short might be about?
Well, everybody's rights are if this is the States, right? Not Canada.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
guessing.
Yeah. Right.
Sort of. I mean,
Although
Wah, wah.
Canada's, we're not too far
Some
behind.
sort of rights.
Unfortunately.
yeah. So the thing I put into the AI was show me a person with a receipt returning their rights to the store. And that was the image I got. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Voting.
Popular female TikToker with hundreds of thousands of followers just dropped a bomb on modern day feminism and is getting nothing but love.
I'm good. I don't need any more rights. So if you're gonna advocate, do it for yourself because your girl is good. Okay.
I think I'll pass.
I
Okay.
can do all things that my husband can do. Some of them I don't want to do. I don't want to do. That's a boy job. That's a girl job. Please keep the rest of us out of it. We don't need a woman president. Oh yeah, I said what I said. That is a man's job. We are too emotional. We might be able to find out what they did on July 25th, 2006. We might be able to find out who they dated in 3rd grade. But we are too emotional. We'll be, when somebody pisses us off and then wake up in the morning and go, that was probably not a good idea.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
When I
No,
saw
she
that,
fucking didn't.
I was like,
Where do we start?
yeah,
We
well,
don't. I'm done. Bye.
Dee, I didn't make the clip. I'm just showing it to you.
Yeah.
Oh
let's start-
my
Why would
let's-
she say
fucking
that?
God.
Let's start with Nancy because she was in the military, and I have a feeling it's going to be good. Nancy, what'd you think? Is she your new best friend? Are you subscribing right
Oh
away?
my goodness, no. Well, first of all, someone like that would not have signed up for the military in the first place because she probably doesn't believe that women belong in the military. Yeah.
That's a boy job.
Yeah.
Boy job.
boy
What
job
was
is what
that?
she would say. But the surprising thing is, I came across a lot of other females in the military that also kind of feel like we don't belong there, and yet they're in it. Or like they think we don't belong in combat for really stupid reasons, like, oh, we get our periods and men will jump in to try to save us because they want to be heroes, and then we put them in danger because they're trying to put us first. You wouldn't believe the excuses that I have heard for women not being in the military.
In fact, the newest, like the guy that Trump is putting in charge or wants to put in charge of America's defense, thinks and feels that way. Hi, Drew.
Where's my sommelier?
I got special treatment. Thank you.
I felt like that was a sitcom moment. I needed like the crowd screaming when like the unexpected guest star walked
on. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's his
In post, we can add it in
Beckius's
post.
cameo.
Now that's a
I
good
know.
job.
That's right.
That was adorable.
He's
Wow.
It was really good.
Wine delivery, yes.
He knew
but yeah.
one of us needed wine, so
I'll
my
try to
God.
steer the train back onto the rail. Yeah. So
Sorry.
I think the military is an excellent example of like it's not a boy's
Ooh.
job and girls'
And
job.
I just want to comment on Mark's comment here. Women make amazing snipers, and you know what? You are so right, Mark.
my
In general,
God.
people often say women make better shooters. In fact, I was a sharpshooter as well, because women are calmer when they are pulling back on the trigger. They're calmer, whereas men kind of go and going guns blazing. Again, I don't want to be gender specific here, but yeah, women are good shooters. And we know how to remain calm in certain situations and not make rash decisions. But again, not gender specific. I'm just saying from this point of view.
It's to me, it comes back. When I think of video games in this kind of way, it's playing to his strength, right? It's not necessarily that there's boy job, girl jobs. In fact, there's one thing that I hear a lot that annoys the crap out of me is that women couldn't be oil rig people, because when you throw the chains around and stuff like that. My first thought is that here's a job that was designed by men for other men at a time when that was the norm. If we were to create two teams of engineers, all women and all men, and say, get the oil out of the ground, watch the women come up with some wicked, awesome way to get it out and have it be like more cost efficient or more energy efficient or cheaper on materials. Like, you don't know until you give someone that chance. At least that's how I feel about it or think about it.
I just can't
wrong,
unsee that woman.
I mean, the part to really grab a hold of too is the very opening of that clip. Is she's got a couple 100,000 followers on TikTok, so there's people that are listening to her and like applauding her and being like,
Oh my God.
Well, and I noticed that she said, I have all the rights I need,
but
which is
not
ignoring
everyone
the
does.
fact that, well, not
Thank you,
everyone does,
Nancy.
of course, but it's also ignoring the idea that the rights we have are at risk, right? Like we've already seen them chipped away, and so it just
Let's
blows
see her get an
past both of those
ectopic
things.
pregnancy,
Right.
and be denied medical help.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes.
That blows my
'Cause
mind.
that is
but-
happening.
I never even when I was a evangelical Christian, absolutely pro-life, I was like, well, an ectopic pregnancy, that's not even a viable pregnancy. That's
No.
a risk to the mother, that the baby's not even going to survive, nothing. And to hear that that's like they're denying people like medical treatment for that blows my mind. So
It's very scary.
Or
Yeah.
even to take out a fetus that has passed. That is still considered an
Yeah.
abortion,
That
and
happened
so
to me.
that can't
right.
happen either.
Yes.
That happened
yes.
to me.
So as a Christian, okay, this kind of goes back to the video with the pirates of just kind of like blowing things out of proportion and like just getting kind of people riled up. They do that, like Christianity and stuff, they're right, with just not giving people the full education on things, because when I was a Christian and hearing abortion is healthcare, I was like, what? How can you even say that? Like, what are you talking about? That is not healthcare. Now that I've deconverted and I've actually educated myself on what
That's the key.
abortion is, I'm like,
Educate.
wait, no. There's so much nuance to that word, abortion, and there's nuance to everything. And yes, abortion is healthcare, because an ectopic pregnancy, like that's healthcare, getting that treated. If a baby has passed, like, and you need to get the baby out or the pregnancy out, like that's healthcare. So it's like, to deny people those rights is absolutely insane to me. So
a woman being
but
forced
also
to
the
have a
choice,
baby she
also the
doesn't
choice.
want. A woman being
It's a
forced to have
choice.
a baby she doesn't want.
Yeah.
No, and that
Mental
too.
health care.
Okay,
Yeah.
but that too. And I'm
I
just
know
saying,
you-
but
yeah.
like I'm not denying that at all, but I'm just saying, like, and I'm completely on the other.
I've she doesn't want.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I have changed, but as a Christian, to hear abortion is healthcare, that would just like that just blew my mind, and I was like, no, that's wrong. But now it's like there's so much nuance to all of it.
We were not encouraged.
We were not
educate ourselves.
Absolutely not. So
of course not, because then
all we were told from the pulpit,
junk.
All we were told from the pulpit when it came to voting was find out who is pro-life.
That's it. It was a one
vote. Full stop.
Well, and if you're going to bring up healthcare, we got to go back to the pirate one too, because that is healthcare that we know is best for kiddos who are trans.
Exactly.
Right? And yeah, any denial of healthcare, like, hello, humans went to all this trouble and learned all these things the hard way and went through so much shit and so much tragedy to learn all that we've learned.
Yeah.
And then we're going to not apply it to all the humans we possibly can.
Hi, Mike.
Don't need it. Right.
It also boils down to we don't have the decision. We don't have the right to make decisions for other people.
End of story.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Don't drop Mike.
Don't drop Mike. We love you, Mike.
Yes.
M-I-C.
Technically speaking, the definition of an abortion is just the termination of a pregnancy.
Exactly.
It's not whether or not the life that came out survives afterwards. That's another topic altogether. So technically, like a C-section is an abortion in the sense that they're terminating that pregnancy, right, to deliver a baby. Right, whether the baby is alive or not is.
Our mother did it 4 times.
Yeah.
So yeah, technically speaking, and you know,
gently place Mike down. Sorry. Sorry. I love it.
I love you,
Yes, and I might as well add this little note here. In my brief stint in evangelicalism, I was pro-life, or at least I told people I was, and yet I knew absolutely nothing about it. I knew nothing. I just knew I was taught to. Yes.
Precisely. Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I was
we have to
so
admit
ignorant.
our ignorance.
I was a staunch pro-lifer, and
because that's how you were raised. That's how I raised you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
well, but all they have to do is say you're killing babies, and all of us good girls are like, well,
who wants to kill a baby?
That, so I'm not going to look at that anymore.
Yeah. It's kind of the same trap as the pirate run again, right? They're just put kids or babies in the crosshairs and make it look like they're the ones in danger.
Yeah.
And don't pay any attention to the ones that, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't understand. What is this? I guess Justin had a hold on language. Okay. Sure. I'm not sure what that meant.
What the fuck does that mean?
I have no idea.
Talking to SR. Talking to SR.
Yeah.
We missed something.
In any case, so I have one more short left.
Okay.
And this one I think screams volumes, sort of.
Free will and hell. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Boy.
It's not Free Willy.
Most people, according to your theology, will end up in hell, and that's not a God that I would want to worship.
Well, you can choose not to worship him, but it's people's free will where they're choosing to reject him.
Why would God create this dichotomy in the first place? Why would he give humans free will, fully knowing, because he's all-knowing, that this would happen to most humans? It doesn't make any sense.
Say someone came up and they kidnapped you, and they took you and put you in their basement, and they chained you up, and they said, you're going to marry me, and you're going to love me, and you're going to raise my children. Is that love?
Why do I think that guy wants to do that?
So he took your free will away from you, and he said, you're going to love me. God doesn't do that. He's not going to take you and force you to love him like that kidnapper. So he gave free will so that there can be love. But if someone came up and they wooed you and you fell in love with them and they asked you to marry them and then you said yes, that's going to be love. Because why? Because you had free will.
Nancy got it right away. Go, Nancy, go.
Sorry, no, I just, that is God. What kind of a fucking choice is that? And you're like, yeah, you will love me, or I'm going to burn you in the lake of fire.
All right,
that's
Ted
not
Bundy.
a choice. Of course, we're going to pretend to love you. Fuckers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
We talked about swearing in the comments, so I thought we.
No, swearing's fine. Swearing's fine.
Swearing's totally fine.
Yeah.
Oh, if it wasn't, I'd be gone.
Exactly. That's not a choice at all. It's not free will at all.
No.
Sorry, somebody else can
I
go.
don't even know if I actually believe in free will. Just
same
as a
I
whole.
don't.
I don't believe in free will. Even as a humanist, as an atheist, as an agnostic, I don't think I believe in free will. Period. So
because we don't have all the answers. If we had all the answers, if we had all of our brain capacity and we had absolutely no outside sources affecting how we think and our decisions, then maybe we could talk about free will, but we don't.
We don't.
Fuck all the way off.
Yeah. All the way. Fuck all the way off. Everybody go. Everybody go.
It's interesting that this
I love Mike.
street preacher guy actually used that analogy to me.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me that street preacher actually used that analogy, because I've
Right?
actually heard atheists use the same example when talking about God.
I
He's
actually was like, where is he going with this? He's
I know.
actually using our argument.
Yeah.
What's going on,
He's
Mike?
not making an argument.
They use the kidnapping analogy, like that's what it's
the idea being
religion. We're gonna kidnap you.
The idea being is that the man who created the rules to the game then also says that if you lose, you're going to go spend eternity in hell. So you better love me. It's the same analogy, essentially, right? Locking someone in the basement to say, you're going to love me.
Yeah.
Someone kidnapped is going to bide their time and pretend to love their kidnapper in order to escape.
I could totally do it.
Yeah.
I could totally pull that off.
Oh,
Ask
yeah.
Stacie.
Some versions of Christianity will even tell you that you can be forgiven for your sins, like the 10 Commandments and stuff, but the unforgivable sin is not believing in God. So just not loving God means instant hell, no matter
That's
what.
why I knew I was going to hell.
So it's the analogy of you're chained in someone's basement being told, love me or stay down here.
And I'm sorry, it is the shit like this that leaves people vulnerable to abusive relationships. Because when fear and love look like exactly the same thing, that is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But that's what they want. They want that control.
Exactly. And I mean, you have to recognize in some ways that he's giving this like chain you up in a basement analogy. So you're like, oh no, God doesn't do that. But like, God didn't have to use chains and a basement, but he did the same thing. And it's so weird that he calls out those like particular like visual things, to like stick you over here to be like, well, then God can't do that because it doesn't have those visual things.
Exactly. And can I just add that the God that Patti and I were taught to believe in was this asshole right here. It is not fluffed up like evangelicalism. It is the asshole God in the Old Testament. And they just
not you, Stacie.
Okay.
No.
You keep pointing down at Stacie.
This asshole right here.
Oh, okay.
She's pointing down at Stacie.
I was like, what do you mean? Not me, Stacie. I was like, okay.
Down at you. We're doing the Brady Bunch
evangelicalism
thing
turns
That's
God
right.
into a sweet dude that like loves you and cares about your happiness, and like that's not the God we were raised with.
And that's not even the God of the Bible. That's not even the God of the Bible.
Well, no, it is kind of. Have you read the Old
follow the
Testament?
Bible.
Oh,
Old
he's an
Testament.
asshole. Yeah. Sorry, he's an asshole.
Bumblebee. Hello, darling. Oh, we got so many wonderful.
Another favorite.
Love.
Sorry, you guys go ahead. I got heated on that one.
No, I
that's
love
your
it.
turn.
You were
It was your
good.
turn. It was your turn.
You
I'm
go,
so glad I
girl.
wasn't the only one who lost it.
There's always one particular topic that pisses us off the most.
Yeah.
I guess that was mine.
I have a few actually.
Yeah.
I have a few.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't get like. Did you get wireless earbuds for Christmas or something? Dee? Are they wireless now? No, they're not wireless. Yours. Yeah, it's probably for the best. The amount of times that you've like rage unplugged.
I'm going. I'm going.
Like, I'm out of here. I'm gone.
Do you ever get AirPods? She's going to tie string.
I have some.
for dramatic
I have some.
effects, and she can just
I'm not
yank
on a
and
Mac. If I was on a Mac, I'd have just walked out and left y'all. No, I'd never leave you. I'd never leave you.
No, we love you, Bree. Please stay.
Yes.
D. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, look what I did.
Oh, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Bree,
I looked down.
the
I
comments.
looked down at my phone. Did she threaten to leave?
What do you think, Mike? This show was like the definition of cruise control, wasn't it?
Exactly. It was like having a front row seat at one of their round tables. Like to talk about just. It was excellent.
You're like, I don't
No,
even
just
do
keep
anything.
just keep talking. It's like the way you guys interact and you're bouncing your opinions.
Oh
and
my
you guys,
God.
it's so entertaining. It was like
This is why
shit. I didn't get to do anything. It was
I'm
awesome.
so sorry.
No, I
We
got
have
to
the
enjoy
best
the
time
show.
together.
Sorry,
We
us
have the
women
best
took
time.
over.
Enjoy the show. It's fantastic.
This is why we want to have them on once a month on our show, because when
Oh,
the four of us
I
get
love
together,
that.
oh my God.
It's
And
just
incredible.
I get so many people private message me like, that was the best show. I love when the four of you are on. So yeah.
we need to, yeah.
I just felt like a
Sorry,
bunch
check
of
your
scissors.
messages.
Yeah, I agree completely. It was the inspiration for getting the four of you on
Oh my
here.
God, thank
It was just
you.
seeing that you guys, when you guys did your live stream the day before the election, and you were all like,
Oh yeah.
Stacie had her blue wall behind her in hopes that things went the
Yeah.
right way and stuff.
Oh,
And
So I
I'm
was
not
like,
even American, but I
yeah.
was like, come on, Democrats.
Yeah, so I was like, I
All
want
the
to get all
freaking
four of them on here. Earlier in the stream, though, I got to rewind because I forgot to mention this. So we did it. We covered a short about misinformation on trans issues and things like that. And everyone's favorite mod, Pragmatic Crystal, put a link in the chat for the Transpositions channel.
Yes.
So if you want more information on trans rights ideologies, and they also cover like trans sports and stuff too. I pinned it to the top of the chat the moment that Pragmatic Crystal mentioned it. So it's been pinned at the top of the chat, but I forgot to mention it. Hopefully that counts for something. But in any case, if you're not subscribed to the Transpositions, linked, pinned at the top of my chat, go subscribe over there if you're interested in more. Ladies, I can't tell you how great this was. Will I see you in 2026 maybe?
what?
That's a year from now.
You better
Hopefully before
see us.
The four of us,
time.
like the four of us,
Yeah.
like the four of you. Yeah, I'd like to do this again, like bring in the new
Okay.
year again.
Oh, a year from now, I got you.
Yeah. Like we'll have you guys back on
Oh yeah, I was
periodically
like, I
throughout the
want
year.
to do another show.
No. Yeah, for sure.
Stacey,
Well, you guys be on our show too. We'd appreciate it.
Oh, we would love to.
Oh, Patty, your show
yes.
works. Oh.
Yep.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm not on an
Also,
Mac. Okay, go.
I also want to just make mention that the American Atheist Convention is going to be in Minneapolis in April. So just throwing that out there. Everyone who wants to maybe come to the American Atheist Convention, I will be there. So
cool.
Oh, Free Flow is coming up as well. Patty and I will be there. How about any of you?
That's in March in Florida.
That is March in Orlando. Yes.
I wish.
Seth and Forrest will be there. Godless Engineer will be there.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know who's going to be at the American Atheist Convention, but I'll be there.
People start telling Stacie.
So people
Pause in the
and
tilt.
I
I'll
hope
be there.
to be there. I
I'll be there.
hope to be there.
Yeah, and Drew. But yeah.
Well, what about your channel, Stacie? What can people look forward to seeing on the Stacie's Mom podcast?
Well, we need to brainstorm.
Yeah.
Security, check your messages. No, we're gonna
Stacie's booking shows right now, like just in the chat.
Yeah.
No, we have a lot of stuff that we want to grow our channel this year and just
1,700 subscribers. That's well done.
Is
Way to
it?
go.
I haven't checked in a long time. Wait,
Stacey's been going through.
I'm always creeping
transition.
creeping everyone's subs. That's just kind of the thing I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the first thing I did before getting ready for the show was like, who's bigger, the Apostate Sisters or us? And so now I bow to them.
We're all big.
It's them.
We're all big. We're all one community. That's what I love about this community. That's what I really love about it.
Me too. It's not. Yeah, it's all.
We support each other
at different times, and we have different niches.
Yeah.
This is the community I'm so happy to be a part of. Thank you, everyone.
Me
it's a lot of fun. Apostate Sisters, what do you got going on over on your channel? Anything coming out soon?
Ready?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's a continuation of our series, but we're gonna take our live show a little farther this year, probably, and branch out beyond just our particular cult's propaganda show. And we want to start reaching into some of the offshoots that are still going and get a little spicy reacting to the stuff that they're putting out for their cults. So
wow.
Yeah.
Time to take some shit down. David C.
Yeah,
Patton,
so
watch out.
make sure everyone goes and subscribes to the Stacey's Mom podcast and also to the Apostate Sisters.
Yes.
I've got more shows
Sub.
coming up as well. I've got debates coming up that I'm going to host. My community or my Discord is like, do more panel shows. So I'm going to try to do more panel shows, and I think I'm going to start leaning. I know it's a slightly less popular topic, but I think it's important because I want to learn more about it myself. I'm going to lean more into Canadian politics because at the end of this year, we are by the latest, we're going to have an election over here.
Yep.
So
well, you have plenty of people to reach out to as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Pierre Poilievre, who is most likely going to be our next prime minister, had a sit down with frickin' Jordan Peterson for an hour.
Fuck.
So, like, oh my goodness. So, Mike, you don't know, maybe perhaps, but Jordan Peterson was a teacher at the U of T and refused to use students' proper pronouns and lost his job there. And he now just is on the internet with, hundreds of thousands of subscribers and views, going around and debating and things like that. A lot of really twisted ideology and crazy shit.
We don't claim him.
No, we don't. In fact, Mike, in Kitchener, right by where the Fairview Mall is, there's a Canadian military guy standing on the corner of the on-ramp for the highway there at Highway 8 with signs around him, one of which says, we love Jordan Peterson.
Totally Polson Park. Safe.
It's like really strange if you've never seen that guy over there. Since I know it's
I do protest, and that is the weirdest thing to protest.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, he's got all kinds of signs around him, and he stands there with a Canadian flag on his hip while people get on the on ramp. I just noticed him over the holidays, and I was just like, "Good grief, this man is."
They've ruined the Canadian flag. The truckers convoy. They ruined the Canadian flag. I almost wish we could get a new flag. I'm embarrassed by our flag now. It gives me a knot in my stomach when I see our flag. It's so weird.
Oh,
wow.
We should have took it back. We should have, when they started doing it, like when they started displaying it, we all should have, so that it didn't stand out with them, with the convoy.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah. I tried to, interestingly enough, during that trucker convoy, I tried to that was kind of like a soft start for me on the YouTubes, where I created a couple of videos on my other channel. Talking about how silly the whole protest was, and just go home. I have friends in Ottawa who were like just crying because it's like, I can't sleep. It's like there's trucks all over the place. It's like, this is disaster.
Yeah, it was bad all the way in BC. I got caught in a couple of them on the highway, like literally caught in them.
Yeah,
it was insane.
And them honking and putting their thumbs up at me, and I'm just like, I am not one of you. I am not one of you. It was so awful.
I made some videos. I put them on my YouTube, and my school told me I had to take them down because I offended some students, apparently. So that's when I was like, okay, I can't use my real YouTube, so I'll have to go make a separate YouTube channel. And here we are, Skeptic Spin.
Here we are.
Oh wow!
I still have them. Maybe I should re-release them, even though they'd be out of contract.
That was almost.
Late,
was that almost 3? Yeah, it was 3 years
ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
What?
In February. Yeah.
So weird.
Canada has redneck flags.
Oh my God! Canada has people who displayed Trump bumper stickers and flags, and
we have.
I've seen vote Trump, vote MAGA on people's front lawns and everything.
I have seen giant Trump flags.
Yes,
not far from where I live in Canada.
Yeah,
and
look at Mike's face. He's so pleased.
Oh, we have guys who dress in leather vests in the mall with all the propaganda all over the back of their vests,
and then
in our
Trudeau.
Court. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
most popular selling bumper sticker in Canada is the Fuck Trudeau bumper sticker.
Yeah.
And then they adopt Trump. Yeah. So it's Fuck Trudeau and then Trump. And it's like, wait, what country are we in?
Yeah.
Not even Canada is safe now.
Yeah. No.
So anyways, I want to do more panel shows.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely hope to have some more people, such as yourselves, Stacie and Dee, if you guys want to come join us, and Nancy and Patti, if you guys want to learn more about how the Canadian politics work. For instance, I said that this Pierre guy is most likely going to be our next prime minister. That's not as scary as saying he's going to be the next president. What's important is that his party doesn't get majority leadership. That's all that matters, right? So it's, we can accept, okay, fine, he represents the country, but he doesn't necessarily get to control it unless he has majority. But these are all topics that we can discuss on another panel. And also, I'm going to be doing a tour of a lot of other channels as well. So this month alone, I'm going to be on Maya Atkinson with Bad Science Sunday. I'm going to be on Ways to Human. Yeah, I'm going to be on Ways to Human with AJ. In February, I'm going to be on Skeptic Haven again, which I'm super excited for. And
Oh,
hopefully take some more
cool.
calls.
Yay, Skeptic Haven. That's our...
Yeah. And
you need to come on our show.
Yes.
Yeah, anytime. I'm working on my next show for this. I'm working on the Skeptic. So we're talking. We're just trying to find the date. I'm hoping it's going to be sooner than later. So keep an eye on my channel, everyone. Like, subscribe, whatever you got to do for the thumbnail to go up of the Skeptic coming back. Mike, you'll remember the Skeptic. It was your first ever show with me.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike talks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, I don't. Yeah.
He's so cute.
There's just 4 women here who are.
Yeah.
When women get pissed off, men just have a tendency to like shut up.
No,
I'm not getting into this. No,
Yeah, I know my role. He's married.
I don't remember who I heard it from, but someone once told me if there was 50 men in a room with one woman, the men were outnumbered. And so Mike and I were like way up against it here today, and we're flying.
100%.
I hope you guys had fun.
We had a blast.
Hells yeah.
This was a dream come
good.
true, honestly. I've been
Good.
trying to get a massive platform like this together with you guys for a while, and it's not easy to organize this, but you guys made it really easy. And I think it helped to just reach out early in the year too, right? I think I sent one email and I got a mass wave of like, I'll be there.
It was like,
dude.
I think we organized this on like one of our shows in the chat.
Yeah, you were in the middle of Skeptic Haven when I was like, we got to do
there
this.
you go.
I was like, let's do this. Okay, sure.
Have you had Durante on your show yet? You need to have Durante on.
Yes.
If you want to up your subs, fucking have Durante on your show. You'll double overnight.
I want to platform and introduce as many people to as many people.
Okay.
Durante is the subs is the thing that I want in order to be able to help folks like you reach a wider audience. So I'm early days, but someday the goal of this channel is to reach back to the smaller channels, bring them up and go, hey, have you seen this person do what they do yet? And do that's the main goal. So right now I'm kind of like, let's get 4 good-looking women on the stage and see if we can get some subs. But the goal is for me to reach back.
Oh, whatever, you're all babes.
But that's the thing I love about this community. We're all about just like
supporting each other, lifting each other up.
I personally don't feel there's any competition. It's just
there isn't.
It's all there's nothing because we're all in it for the same goal, just helping people come out of.
Durante is awesome. Get Durante. I'm telling you, get Durante. He'd be so entertaining.
Yeah.
Dude,
we're all just
dynamite.
All right. Well, one of the things that I need to improve is engagement in my comments section. So as I end this live, go into the comments, tell me who I need to go and reach out to.
Yeah,
get
comment after this is posted, guys. That's what I always tell people on our show too. You have to comment after it's posted.
Because I can't know everybody, but I want to know everybody. So
exactly.
I need your help.
I mean, I think we're all working on it too. Like everyone here, everyone in the comments, we want everyone to be on our channel as well. I understand it takes time, but holy shit,
it takes
so many
10 seconds.
incredible people.
Dr. J. Bundy, another good person. Sorry, I'm reading the comments.
Well, I mean, my my New Year's greeting to everyone on my Facebook and stuff was here's to 2025 and going viral, right? So let's just keep working. Yeah, keep working towards it, and we'll keep reaching back and pulling the other ones ahead, and we'll get up there together so that we can tell the whole world what a piece of shit Jordan Peterson is and alike.
Yes,
exactly. Among other things, indeed.
Yeah. Among other things, indeed.
Tell people he's a piece of shit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us over here.
Thank you.
And we'll see you all next time.
This was amazing.
This was amazing. Thank you, everyone, so much. Appreciate it. We'll talk soon.
This